Check. Oh, it's a bad headset. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Lady Beaver Gymnasium here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Season opening game of the Maritime Women's Basketball Association Fredericton Freeze. That is the TRL Solutions. Fredericton Freeze, new title sponsor on board this year, among some of the other changes. The visiting Port City Fog provide the opposition here today. Today's game sponsor is Supplement King. Just having the land acknowledgement, and then we'll have the starting lineup for the Port City Fog. Fog, a very different looking roster this season from last season. It's a good look. Wide shot at the gym from the fine crew here at Aurora Productions. We'll pick up your Port City Fog starters. Number 4, McKinley Bezanson, plays at UNB out of Hantsport, Nova Scotia. Another former UNB player in Aaron Ingles. Ingles probably will be your top scorer for the Fog most of the games this season. Wearing number 12 is Emilian Mitchell. Mitchell, Mount A player, will be playing at Munn next season. Another Mount A player, Jillian Munford's going to wear number 7. Mumford's out of Calgary and Bowness High School. And the final starters also from Mount Allison. Number 9, Emma Roberts. We'll now have the non-starters introduced for the Freeze. We'll meet the whole roster here. 2 is Katie Melanson. 5 is Courtney Thompson. Thompson, a former member of the Port City Fog. Vanessa Sophie's a scratch today and not here. 7 is Eve McDonald. Eve, a soccer player at the University of New Brunswick. Nicole Essen, former UNB player. Allie McCarthy, you'll expect will start most games when Allie is present here. 14, Rachel Blue Ambrosio, post player from the University of Laval. Sam Storty, forward out of St. Thomas University. And Tori Janes, the other scratch here today. So Janes and Sophie, your scratches. Time now to meet your freeze starters. Joined, of course, today by team from the Harvey Lakers.
First day. Your starters for the freeze, number 8, Katie Daly.
Starter, the veteran Katie Daly, 4th year in the league. Katie Daly out of UNB. 9 is Robbie Daly. Robbie, 2 years at St. Mary's, 3 years at Dow. 10 is Jane Boyle. Played 4 seasons at UNB, played with the Freeze last season. There is Bailey Russell from the University of Ottawa. And Eva Tamwine out of UNB. You're starting 5 for the Freeze. Time now for the national anthem. Be right back after that. Set for tip here, your officials. Mr. Dan Wilton, Miss Rashida Atkinson, and the veteran, Mr. Michael Murray. They are the 3 charged of making sure all goes according to Hoyle here this afternoon. Engels and Tamwine on the tap. Thumbs up here from the scores table. We're set to go. Everybody's tucked in appropriately. Tip controlled. Oh, not controlled. It's going to be out of bounds off the Freeze. Port City ball to start out. Work around the outside for Roberts. Quick double. Take away by the Freeze. That's Katie Daly. Will run offense for sister Robbie. Tamwine on the outside. Little 5-out set here to start for Fredericton. Into the post, Tamwine. 7 to shoot. Looking for Katie Daly on the cut. Out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Fog. Fog this season led by Dom LaViolette. First year at the helm of the Fog. Assistant coach with the ACA champion Seawolves. There's Aaron Ingalls getting the first 2 points of the game. That's ahead for Bailey Russell. Boyle on the dribble against Mitchell. And the first foul of the contest will go on Mitchell. Good look at that on the replay from the baseline, and there you see on the wrist very clearly. Daly from outside a long two. Rebound inside Bailey Russell. Russell takes the three, makes the three. Russell, an OUA champion with the Ottawa GGs this year. U-Sport bronze medalist. Outside Bezanson beyond the arc, nothing but nylon. 5-3 Fog early going.
Good, McKinley. Talk, row, and chill. Gap. Good.
Daly on the drive, gets one to snake up on top of the rim, but falls off. Rebound Ingles, ahead for Bezanson. Top for Mumford. Roberts. Nice pass underneath for Mumford, and Jillian Mumford scores two.
Talk up here. Where's the job?
7-3 Fog.
Good. Ankle chill. Outside.
Tamwine takes a long shot.
Peace, here we go. Peace.
It's ahead for Ingles. And a three made by Amelia Mitchell. Big smile there from the ACAA All-Star Mitchell. 10-3 Fog here in the early going. We played just 2.5 minutes. Fog on fire. Russell already has one, can't get the second. That's going to be knocked out of bounds and will stay with the TRL Solutions freeze. Inbound. Tamwine on the outside. Not a lot of movement there in the freeze offense. 4 to shoot. Boyle has to take one off back rim. Rebound for Roberts. Push for Bezanson. Nice seal underneath by Mitchell. Mitchell tries off glass. Rebound for Bailey Russell.
Good. Keep it out of the middle. Good.
Robbie Daly from the outside, too strong. Rebound for Ingles. Ingles against Russell. That'll be the first freeze foul. Will go on Bailey Russell. And first subs of the contest. That'll be 3 for the freeze. 5 is going to be Courtney Thompson. 12, Ali McCarthy, and 20, Sam Storty. And a sub in as well. Subs waiting for the Fog to come in. Ingles makes the second. Subs in now for the Fog. 14's Danielle Alexander out of Mount Allison, and 15, Mally Stryker. Stryker out of Yellowknife plays at St. FX. Courtney Thompson loses a handle to Aaron Ingles, and that's out of bounds. And here is Nicole Eason into the game for the freeze. Stryker kicks for Alexander, tries a long shot, back rim. Ali McCarthy clears a rebound ahead quickly for Sam Storty. Storty launches a three, that's front rim. Thompson is there for the rebound, back to Storty. Won't go off the glass, and it's Bezanson there for the board. Striker for Mumford inside. Mumford can't finish. McCarthy, second rebound. And as many defensive possessions for McCarthy. Eason from 15, fouled, nice fake. Mumford picks up the foul. Checking in will be Clancy McIntyre. McIntyre out of St. Malachy's High School. St. FX recruit last season. Will move to UNB and play for the Reds. Eason good on the second, and it's 11-4 for the Fog. Steps called on McIntyre.
Next play. Go.
Rachel Blue Ambrochou checks in for Katie Daly. Allie McCarthy on the drive. McCarthy fouled by Ingles. McCarthy out of Grand Falls, played at FHS, Lincoln Prep, North Dakota, currently at the University of Ottawa. Second year with the GGs. Makes both from the line, 11-6. About the halfway mark of the first quarter. The 5-minute mark. Ingles short that time. Rebound Blue Ambrochou, Stordy knocked away from behind. McCarthy knocks it away from McIntyre. Caught with the toes in the tulip, so that's on the sidelines out of bounds. Inbounded for Bezanson. Alexander finds Ingles all alone inside. Aaron Ingles with another 2 points. 13-6. Nicole Eason. Stordy can't get the reverse to go. McCarthy from 15 to beat the shot clock. Rebound Ingles. Knocked away by Eason. It'll be Meg Ingles checking in, wearing number 11. Out of St. George and Fundy High School. Second season with the Fog for Meg. Long shot missed, rebound Eason. Ahead for Stordy. Stordy off glass, 2 points, nice finish in transition. Stordy's been a couple years out of competition at this level after finishing up at St. Thomas in 2023. Front rim, rebound Eason. Freeze on the push. Eason inside was looking for Thompson. Taken away by Alexander. Slams on the brakes and runs some offense with Bezanson. McIntyre, one dribble, goes nowhere, finds Meg Ingles. Pass inside McIntyre. Pretty good defense there by Blue Ambrochou, but McIntyre scores over the top.
On it! Good!
Coleson on the drive off the glass. Good defense by Bazanson. McIntyre tries a long shot that time. Blue Ambrochou with the rebound. Finds Ali McCarthy. Ahead, Courtney Thompson draws a foul on Danielle Alexander. Three starters back in for the Freeze. Tamwine Russell, along with Jane Boyle, and Emma Roberts, number 9, back in for Port City. Thompson makes the second. Thompson, 6th in the league last season in scoring at over 15 a game. Knock away by Boyle. Boyle for Thompson. Thompson on the attack, gets right to the rim, draws another foul. It'll send Thompson to the line. Top of those 15.5 points per game. Added 3 assists, 3.5 rebounds, and over 2 steals a game.
Emma, huddle every time. Huddle every time.
Courtney Thompson makes the first.
Emma, slow, let's move to high-low. Let's try and get a high-low here if we can. Clancy and Dan.
And the second. Robbie Daly in for Courtney Thompson. 15-11. The Freeze have clawed their way back into this game. Striker into the corner. Bailey Russell with a double on Danielle Alexander, out of bounds and over to the Freeze. McCarthy for Tamwine. Gets the ball back open for 3. 1-point contest as McCarthy calmly makes the open jump shot. Outside McIntyre, kick to the corner. To the cutting. McIntyre shot up. Rebound through the hands of Boyle into the hands of McIntyre. And out of bounds on the second rebound attempt. 1:26 to go here in the first. 1-point game. Fogg got out early. Freeze. Looking for the lead here on the putback from Eva Tamwine. 16-15, first Freeze lead of the afternoon. Alexander for Ingalls. Inside back to Alexander. That one bounces off the rim. Bailey Russell on the push ahead for Tamwine. Nice spin move. Jammed on the underside of the rim though. And the rebound in the hands of Mally Straker. Alexander also gets that underside of the rim, a little too far ahead for Jane Boyle. We'll mention neither of these teams had preseason action this season. It's the Battle of the Border tournament last season in St. Stephen. Didn't materialize for any preseason games this season, so there's a little bit of first game jitters here for both clubs and really getting the first taste of competition for the year and a chance to play together. For no surprise, we'll see a few errors in this opening quarter. Five-second violation on the inbound. Freeze will play here for one. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Ball's in the hands of Ali McCarthy. Screen from Tamwine, now 7 to shoot. McCarthy, Bailey Russell, step back. Rebound Mumford. Get into the first quarter at 16-15 in favor of the TRL Solutions Freeze. Good luck there into the Freeze huddle after the first quarter. Two more games to come today in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. 2 o'clock start in Miramichi. They host the Lake City 56ers. And 5 o'clock in Halifax at St. Mary's. The Hornets and the Thunder. One game yesterday to kick off the league schedule was Lake City at the Moncton Mystics. That was 95-72 in favor of Lake City. So they're going to go hunting their second win. They take on that Miramichi Hurricane squad this afternoon, about a little over a half hour from now. Game's well timed today. You can catch this one. It's over. Flip over to that Miramichi game and then join that all Halifax matchup at 5. If you're so inclined. 5 to start, quarter 2 for the Freeze. Nicole Eason, Courtney Thompson, Bailey Russell, Sam Storty, and Katie Daly. It'll be Freeze ball here to start the quarter with a 1-point lead. Russell will inbound. Top for Sam Storty. Katie Daly thought about a 3. Steal there by Kate Morrison. Picked off the dribble. Mitchell drives. Blocked by Russell. Mumford gets a loose change inside, scores 2. Eason for Russell. Katie Daly tries a 3, saved by Eason. And Russell back up top for Courtney Thompson. 5 to shoot. Daly's going to have to get one up again. No rim, that shot from Katie Daly. It's good defense by the Fog. A little full court pressure here coming from the Freeze. Ingles for Mumford. Bring inside for Mumford. Good ball movement. Good score from Jillian Mumford. Mumford, a Mount A graduate this year, going to miss having her games to call in the ACAA. Daly tries a three. That one rimmed out. Rebound Bazanson. It's a long two made by Kate Morrison. 21-16. Favor of Port City. Loose dribble picked up ahead. That's Morrison again. Can't get the lay in. Russell gets out the Windex and clears the board. Daly tries a three. That one goes through. Back to a 2-point contest again. Bazanson tries a long three. Going to be an over the back foul on Jillian Mumford. Freeze down 2. .16 on the shot clock. Sideline inbounds for the freeze for Russell. Good cut for Eason. Thompson looking for Storty in the post. Hand in, knocked that away. Subs coming from the freeze. Next opportunity. Ingalls draws the offensive foul. That's a good stand-in by Bailey Russell. Bailey really good for the freeze last season in the regular season. Was even better in the playoffs. Best player in the league, in my opinion, in the playoffs. Numbers-wise would back that up. Thompson Tamwine in for the freeze. Ali McCarthy with a miss. Rebound for Mumford. For Morrison and Bazanson. Ingalls, nice pass for Mumford. Seen that same play a few times now from the Fog. Tamwine the catch inside, out for Russell. Russell on the drive. Shot's a little wayward. It's going to be a head for Thompson. Thompson draws the foul again. We'll get to the line for the third time. Robbie Daly in for the freeze, back in for the Fog, Emma Roberts and Danielle Alexander. Former All-Canadian makes second one from the line. 3-point contest. Fog in front, just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Nice pass inside. Interior passing from the Fog again, and it's timeout freeze. They trail by 5. Here with, I think that was 5:44 on the clock. There's a look at the freeze huddle. Great work here of the crew. Aurora Productions as usual, and there's a look right inside the huddle of Dom LaViolette and the Port City Fog. Let's see if we can steal something here from Dom's playbook. Dom, of course, a former Stu Tommy's assistant here, right out of this gym. Good energy in the timeout there from Dom. Freeze needs someone to inbound the ball. We're on it now. Be Robbie Daly with Courtney Thompson. Looks like Thompson will have some primary ball handling responsibilities, at least on this possession. Tamwine on the drive. That's good defense from the Fog. Ingles pass a little too strong. We got a couple subs. Coming is going to be McIntyre and Meg Ingles in for the Fog. Tamwine turns, finds open space, shoots. Jane Boyle, who's just checked in for the Freeze, can't get that ball. Little shoulder fake there from Tamwine. Gets the score over McIntyre, back to a 3-point contest. Meg Ingles, long miss, but it's Alexander on the rebound. McCarthy on the slap away. McCarthy to Tamwine. Tied up inside, jump ball. This would be possession Fog. McKinley Bezanson checks in for Kate Morrison of the Fog. McCarthy on the interception. Thompson for Tamwine. Tamwine, veteran footwork, but can't get the shot above the rim. And a reach in on Tamwine. Katie Daly in for Courtney Thompson. It's going to be timeout, Fog. Ali Straker will check in. Coming out of the timeout. Let's look at Coach Kevin Daly in the huddle. Assistant Anthony Ash and Ashley Smith watching on as well. Look once again at the Fog huddle. There you see Grace Tilley and Peter Davis as the assistants. Freeze are set out of the timeout, so are the Fog. Fog ball with some pressure coming from the Freeze. Robbie Daly matches up against McKinley Bezanson. McIntyre hands off for Straker. For Alexander. Meg Ingles, long shot. McIntyre tried for the save, but stepped on the end line.
Let's go, D. Early.
Oh, nice move by McCarthy to get baseline, score off the board, and make it a 1-point contest. Bazanchin for Straker. Straker, front rim. Gets a rebound, puts it back up. Another miss. Another offensive rebound. Meg Ingles up a little sore after that rebound. Pass inside for McCarthy. McCarthy puts the Freeze in front again by 1 point. A foul on Robbie Daly. Meg Ingles will come off, Aaron Ingles on. Sam Storty, Bailey Russell. On for the Freeze, as well as number 2, Katie Melanson. Melanson, 79 games played at St. Avex. Last suited up for the X-Women in 2003 for Melanson. Bazanson over Melanson, rebound to Ali McCarthy. Seam open there for Katie Daly. She gets right to the bucket and scores 2. Alexander to the rim on Storty, draws a foul. Good look here on the replay. Certainly contact there. Rebound for Storty. Have to pick up that dribble. Pass inside for Russell. Russell off glass. McIntyre kicks to the corner. Three-pointer is drained by McKinley Bazanson. 1 point contest. Russell for the answer. Lead back to 4. Final minute of play, first half. Storty with the steal. McCarthy running hard. Gets the pass. Can't get the score. Rebound for Straker to Alexander. That ball popped right into the hands of Katie Daly. Daly for McCarthy. Walking three-pointer is good. Freeze's biggest margin of the game at 7. Shot clock is off. McIntyre saved it off of Russell. 3.9 seconds. Here comes Amelia Mitchell into the game. Bailey Russell saying, hey, I didn't touch that one. Timeout taken here by Port City. I think we're going to have freeze ball here coming out of this. I think the Fog took the timeout thinking initially it was going to be their ball. That was the initial call. So 3.9 seconds. You don't have the early look ahead. It's going to be probably Ali McCarthy on a push, would be my guess here. And look for a shooter on the wing. Fogger set for the final 3.9 seconds of defense here in the first half. Frees are good to go. Inbound for Bailey Russell, ahead for Ali McCarthy. Knocked out of bounds on the deflection. No shot. We're going to end the first half. As you see the look of this last play on the replay at 36-29 Freeze. Out here for the half. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the second half. Be the Harvey Lakers on the court here in a little halftime contest run by the Freeze. It'll be the Freeze ball coming back out of the second half. Hi fans, welcome back for the second half here at the LB Gym. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching Aurora Productions coverage of TRL Solutions Fredericton Freeze home opener in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. They're up 36-29 over the visiting Port City Fog. Shout out as well to Brad James, who's probably listening in from the road today, not able to be here. Of course, the head honcho here with the Freeze, and as well, Coach Daggs, good to have you along. And everyone else that's watching as well, from near and far. Good look at some of the sponsors there going by on your screen. Make this Freeze and MWBA season possible. Thanks, of course, to Royale, Medavie, Cushman Wakefield, and Proline Stadium for being league-level sponsors. Royale, Medavie, founding partners from the very beginning here of the league, and great to have them back for season 4. Second game on the league schedule this season. Third game about to start in Miramichi. Crowd will be getting wound up there, I tell you right about now. Freeze ball here to start this half. Bailey Russell on the drive. Same game starters for the Freeze, and same as well for the Fog. Nice pass inside for Mumford. Mumford scores over Jane Boyle. Daly tees up a 3, drains a 3. Katie Daly pushes the Freeze lead to 10. First double-digit lead of the day. Outside for Erin Ingalls, looking inside for Amelia Mitchell. Seen that play multiple times here. Freeze yet to figure out how to defend that one. Tumwine power step inside. Called for the extra ones. Emma Roberts for Jillian Mumford. High for Amelia Mitchell. Good post position for Erin Ingalls. Mitchell tries a 3. Not a huge part of Amelia's game.
Pressure right away here.
Bailey Russell, Eva Tumwine. Jane Boyle on the drive, gets it to go down off the glass. Roberts for Mitchell. Bazanson, 3, a little short. Rebound, Erin Ingalls. Extra pass inside, doesn't connect with Mitchell. Russell for Boyle. Boyle front rim. Rebound fought for. Tumwine pulls it out. Back for Daly. Daly for the cutting. Robbie Daly. 6 on the shot clock. Now 3 to shoot. And nice cut by Bailey Russell to score 2. Freeze lead up to 12. Fog working around the outside. Little 5-out offense here as well for the Fog. There's Mitchell on the inside, gets one to bounce through. Nice touch from Amelia Mitchell. See her father standing there over in the far doorway. Robbie Daly leaves that one a little short. Trailing by 10, Fogg into the front court. Backing low again for Mitchell. Mumford. Rebound Tumwine. Daly tries a long shot. Rebound out of bounds off of the Fogg. Ali McCarthy, Courtney Thompson in for the Freeze. Jane Boyle and Katie Daly coming out. A score inside by the Freeze. Lead back up to a dozen. Mumford out, Alexander in. Tumwine out, and Blue Ambrose Shoe in. McCarthy drives baseline. Rebound, Aaron Ingalls. Ingalls pushes ahead for Mitchell. Nice rebound inside for Courtney Thompson. Knocked out of bounds by Ingalls. And here comes Nicole Eason in for Robbie Daly. Back in for Port City, Mally Straker. Pass for the cutting Thompson is knocked out. Thompson against Bezanson. One dribble. 3 to shoot. Taken away by the Fogg. Ingalls back for Alexander. Alexander into the paint, loses the handle. Thompson for Eason. Fouled, will go to the line to shoot. Looks like the foul will be on Mally Straker, number 15. We'll check that here. Official Dan Wilton confirms 15 is Straker. Eason to the line. 76 games at UNB, 69 of those starts. Tells you a little bit right there about the game of Nicole Eason. AOS All-Rookie Team, CIS Final 8, 2 times AOS semi-finalist. Average double digits for the Reds program. Nice deflection by Russell. Speaking of the Reds program, here comes Clancy McIntyre.
One here. Go set it for Aaron. Go set it for Dan.
10 to shoot off the inbound. Turned over to the Freeze. 9-6 start to the half here for Fredericton. Thompson footwork inside. Bezanson right there, former teammates. A little smile at one another. McCarthy. Up top, Eason. Three-pointer is good. Loose ball picked up by Thompson. Has Russell far side. Instead, it's back for McCarthy. Foul on Ingles. Sam Storty back in for the freeze for Bailey Russell. And sub in for Port City. Number 6 is Kate Morrison. In for Erin Ingles, who's picked up third foul. Storty the catch on the outside. McCarthy. Long two. Just waiting for the referee's signal there that was just a two. McIntyre knocked away by Thompson. Lead pass for Nicole Eason. What a feed forward. Eason couldn't get a really good shot out of that one. And finally, with the loose ball are the Fog. Freeze pushed the lead all the way to 18. Alexander for McIntyre. They score inside that time by McIntyre. McIntyre looking a little winded there on the way back up the court. It's a piece of that ball. McCarthy off the front rim. Mally Straker. Good defense there by Rachel Blue Ambrouche. Eve McDonald checks in for Blue Ambrouche. Mumford checks in for the Fog. Alexander out. Small lineup here for the Freeze for sure. McCarthy and Storty would be the bigs. Eason looks to wheel inside. Eve McDonald looking for the tie up. Stead gets the foul. Here's some size coming back in the length of Robbie Daly. Katie Daly checks in as well. Short shift there for Eve McDonald. McIntyre would have needed a ladder and a bucket truck to get that one. A little high pass from Mumford. Nice look inside for Thompson. Jump ball, possession. Will go over to the Fog. Fast moving third quarter, 1:38 to play. Little slide of the pivot foot there for Mumford. Storty on the drive is going to see what's on Storty's playlist as well. A little traveling music. Best we can do here is a box of Kleenex. Let's see, we get to get that Royale logo on the bottom of that box. That is a Royale box of tissues. Thanks to the sponsor, Royale. Minute 12 to go here, third quarter. Good little sponsor break there. Officials helping out with the in-game commercial. Drive left short, but a foul on the way to the bucket. It's going to be a foul on Courtney Thompson.
So stay in the trail. If they go in double, I want you aggressive on this. Okay? Punch it.
And that's going to be Emma Roberts on the line. Roberts out of Bible Hill, Nova Scotia. 46 games played for Mount Allison. Past season, 8 points a game. Final minute of the play, third quarter, 14-point Freeze lead. Storty, nowhere to go, jump ball. This will be possession Freeze. .14 on the shot clock. Five to shoot. Daly in the corner. Needs help. 2 seconds, 1 second. Already in the hands, though, of the Fog. Good defense there by Thompson. Daly ahead for Daly. Katie Daly can't get it to go. Rebound Mumford. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Fog can hold for one. Roberts pass to the corner. Three-pointer attempt would have counted. We're going to end quarter number 3. Freeze stretch the lead out. 53-39. So the Freeze put up 17. That's a 17-10 third quarter for the TRL Solutions Freeze. Look first at the Fog huddle. There's a great shot of the Freeze huddle as well. First game action at this level in a few years for a number of these players, and you can tell for sure they're working their way back into game shape. With Anthony Ass diagramming something in the Freeze huddle. The Freeze, it is McCarthy, Russell, Boyle, Blue Ambrose, Shue, and Tumwine. About as big a lineup as the Freeze can probably put on the court. And for the Fog, Kate Morrison, McKinley Bezanson, Emma Roberts, Erin Ingalls, and Amelia Mitchell. Your 5 Fog. Rebound Blue Ambrose Shoe. Ahead for Bailey Russell. Back for Ali McCarthy, Eva Tumwine. Knocked away by the Fog, it's Erin Ingalls. Nice move there by Kate Morrison. Foul that time by Morrison. So you look here at the replay on this inbound. There you can see the foul. Russell for Tumwine. Shot short, Bezanson on the board. Rebound Tumwine again. Russell off the screen. Blue Ambrose Shoe on the board. Three-pointer made, Bailey Russell. Roberts out of the corner for 3. Pressure coming from the Fog. McCarthy for Russell, back for McCarthy. Three-pointer off the heel. Rebound Blue Ambrose Shoe. Oh, nice pass inside for Russell. Blocked by Ingalls. Bailey trying to sell that call for sure. Mike Murray's heard that argument about a million times. Good start here to the fourth quarter. Almost got even better there. I thought that 3 was going to go through from Bezanson. Blue Ambrose Shoe off the rim. Boyle on the board. Tumwine, shot doesn't drop. Freeze ice cold here to start quarter 4. No rim on that shot. Courtney Thompson checks in. And Danielle Alexander in for the Fog. Travel called that time. Little pressure coming from the Freeze. Ingalls. Over a lot of bodies that time. That's Boyle on the board and the coast-to-coast play by Boyle. Tumwine on the rebound, but it coming out of the pack is Emma Roberts. Bezanson's logged heavy minutes here for the Fog this afternoon. Russell on the steal. Has McCarthy. The GG connection doesn't make it drop, but it's Russell on the board. Still won't go. Katie Daly in for Jane Boyle. And Sam Storty, the final sub here of this stoppage, maybe? Clancy McIntyre with a knockaway. Somewhere there, McIntyre checked in as well. I missed that one. Katie Daly tries a three. Storty fights for the board. It's McIntyre. Comes away with the ball. There's McCarthy on the steal. Saved. Into the hands of McIntyre. Right back to McCarthy. Ahead for Thompson. Russell. Sidestep three. Great hustle there from Ali McCarthy. Can't quite catch up to that one. Mumford. Roberts. Rebound McCarthy. Ahead for Russell. Daly spot up, front rim. Roberts finds the cutting McIntyre. It was a nice delivery and great attempt from McIntyre inside. That UNB team's collecting a lot of young length under Coach McAleenan. Thompson, power step, fouled by Alexander. Ali Straker checks in for Emma Roberts. Sends Thompson to the line again. For the second. Sub in for Courtney Thompson is Robbie Daly. Whoa! That looked a lot like a backcourt violation to me. Still in the air in a backcourt takeoff. Daly to the rim, fouled by Alexander, will shoot two. Aaron Ingles back in for Danielle Alexander. Alexander picks up the third foul, 4:28 to go here. Freeze leading by 13. Slow scoring quarter for the Freeze thus far. Timeout, Port City. Reminder, other action this afternoon. It is Lake City at Miramichi. That's underway already. And at 5 o'clock, it'll be the Halifax Hornets at the Thunder. If you're watching from the Halifax area, get yourself to St. Mary's for that one. Next Saturday on the schedule, Moncton Mystics at the Port City Fog, 7 o'clock at UNBSJ. Also 7 o'clock, Fredericton at Miramichi Valley High School. And there's a 3 o'clock matinee next Saturday, Halifax Hornets at Lake City. That'll go at Cole Harbour. And one Sunday game has the Thunder at Lake City, also at Cole Harbour High School. The Lake City 2 on the road in New Brunswick this weekend. 2 at home next weekend at Cole Harbour High. Of course, check team socials as well as themwba.ca for all your league information. Thanks, of course, once again to founding partners Medavie Royale and now big-time partner Proline Stadium, as well as Cushman Wakefield. Of course, all the Freeze team sponsors and all the other team sponsors as well. Mumford, McIntyre. A little slide of the pivot foot that time for Clancy McIntyre. I'm excited to see what McIntyre can do both here with the Fog and with UNB in the coming season. Was, in my view at least, and that of many others, the top high school player in the province here in New Brunswick 2 seasons ago. Storty, Daly. Three-pointer rimmed out, but it's Storty on the board. Jump ball called. This possession, I believe, will be Fog. Good look from the overhead. Jump ball was actually Bailey Russell drawing the tie-up. And it'll be instead freeze ball on the alternating possessions. Little box set here, inbounded. And around the outside. Five to shoot. Bailey Russell goes to work. Reach in on Mumford. .14 on the shot clock, inbounded. Off another box set on the baseline inbounds. Taken away by Ingalls. Going to be a block that time. Here comes Aaron Ingalls. Right into your living room. We need the Royale again. Would actually be a great promo for Royale. We should have a few white towels with a Royale logo on them here for just such situations.
Pressure, get up! Pressure, rock!
14-point game, pressure from the Fog here. They get a turnover out of that pressure. Ingalls fouled by Russell. Called on the arm. That one looked fairly clean from here, but of course referee Dan Wilton way closer to the action than I am. And Russell didn't complain about that one either, so. Port City still very much in this game. Quickly after that second made free throw, here comes Tumwine and McCarthy, Nicole Eason, Sam Storty out. Just clarifying that last foul. Just to help prove how honest the scorers table is. Freeze remain fairly cold here from the floor. Only 6 points this quarter. And of course, only 8 from Port City. Freeze have had some pretty good looks. They've not all been great looks. Anson for Mitchell. Ingalls. That'd have been a big bucket if that went through. McCarthy for Russell. Numbers, Daly for 3 out of the corner. That one drops. It's a bucket the Freeze have been looking for in a few possessions. Loose ball into the hands of Mitchell. Rebound Mumford on the weak side. Shot clock violation caught me by surprise as well. And timeout, Port City. 2:14 to go here in quarter 4. Oh, I just see this tweet from a while ago from Coach Daggs. Coach Daggs, you'll be happy to know the grumpy old man is actually working the score sheet here. Not sure why the clock's running here, but there we go. We're going to reset. Back to 2:14. Full reset on the 24. Freeze ball pressure coming from the Fog. Back for McCarthy, ahead for Thompson. 2-on-1 at the other end. Nice pass for Tamwine. She goes up, but good defense by Mumford. Freeze broke the pressure well, but great recovery by the Fog. Ingalls blocked. Pass a little too strong for Eva Tamwine. Minute 45 to play here in the 4th. Bazanson, long 3 doesn't go. Daly and Thompson. Little confusion there on the rebound. There you see they both get there about the same time. Free possession here for Port City. 14 on the shot clock. Ingalls for Mitchell. Doesn't go off the boards. Tamwine, McCarthy. Ahead for Boyle. Boyle. 15-footer doesn't go. Had Thompson fading on the far side. That might have been one extra pass there to get the open shooter a look. So the Freeze will take a look at that in game tape. Of course, once again, Hoops Analytics, the stats provider for the league this year. Video uploaded. Hoops Analytics goes to work, scores the game. Usually takes 24 to 48 hours for that to get done. Stats will appear on the league website at some point in time. And of course, can also be a video coaching tool used as well by coaches and players in the league. Shot clock violation, minute 3 to go. This is going to be a freeze win here this afternoon. So what have we learned here today? Port City maybe a little better than advertised, I would say. In terms of Port City, they got to a really good start in this one. Certainly with a couple scratches, don't have the depth that they will throughout the season. Same thing with the Freeze. Freeze maybe the deepest bench that they've had in the last few years. That play has worked fairly well for Port City all afternoon. Mumford with the make from the line. Kate Morrison checks in. Kate Morrison will be coming hard with pressure here. Long pass ahead for Courtney Thompson. Ali McCarthy. Back for Katie Melanson. Picked off by Erin Ingalls. Blue Ambrose shoe. Katie Melanson there. Emma Roberts checks in. Ingalls shakes off that hard contact, goes to the line.
Okay, we're up right away. Same thing.
Ingalls makes the second. 11-point contest. Still pressure hard from the Fog. McCarthy, pass ahead, too strong for the cutting Katie Melanson. MWBA coaching debut of Dom LaViolette here today. There's a look at Kevin Daly. The freeze huddle. Successful afternoon here for the Freeze as they will pick up the W. "14 seconds on the shot clock as Fog elect to advance as expected out of the timeout. Great work here this afternoon by officials, table officials, all the volunteers on the Free side. Jim looked absolutely outstanding when I walked in here. Everything all set up well before game time. Rebound McCarthy ahead for Boyle. Boyle on the drive, scores 2 points. Erin Ingalls tries Blue Ambrose shoe. Mumford on the rebound. Jump ball, possession, Fog. 6.3 seconds left.
Okay, baseline one.
6 seconds.
Mumford scores off glass. That'll do it for the scoring here this afternoon. Almost certainly the Freeze will just inbound and dribble it out. So the Freeze pick up the W, 64-53. Fog win that quarter though, 14-11 in that fourth quarter. My math at all is correct. You see the team shaking hands here. See if there's a player of the game presentation. If there is, we'll wrap it up just following that presentation. Not sure if we're going to have one or not. Here's your player of the game's presentation. Aaron Ingalls for Port City picks up the player of the game. Katie Daly, the player of the game for the Fredericton Freeze. That'll do it here for this one. Game one goes to the Freeze. They start 1-0, the Fog 0-1. Check out the mwba.ca for all your scores and schedules. Reminder, happening right now, Miramichi hosting the Lake City 56ers. Flip over to the Miramichi Hurricanes stream for that one. And coming up, 5 o'clock start, it is the Hornets are at the Thunder in Halifax. For everyone here at the Freeze and Aurora Productions, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in for this one. Freeze on the road next week, not home. No home game next week for the Freeze. So check your schedules. Come on back next time.